YouTubers, it's me, Morgan Tracy J, and I'm talking to you guys and girls today about something I'm implementing in my life, and I just want to share with you because it's so amazing, and I believe it will help any and everyone if they get on their own journey with it and just try it out. So recently, for the last month, I have been doing a prayer run, and before you get scared of the word run, okay? It's different for everybody, and truly, it's not even a real run, okay? So listen to your girl. I'm trying to help you out right here. So about a month ago, a friend of mine asked me to come start running with her. Sure, I will. I'm not really big of a runner, but she's a friend and I just want to be a friend also. So I'll come run with you. So we get out to this track, and just lo and behold, I'm a college student, okay? And I live on campus. So there's a track out here that I see every day. I walk past. I know it's there, but I've never been until she invites me to go out there. And I'm thinking, okay, the night we get out there, it's so beautiful. We can see the stars in the sky, and I'm just like, gosh, it's so pretty out here. I wonder why I never came out here. Whatever. Start running. Start jogging. I'm just jogging. Not thinking of anything. Just jogging. You know what I mean? Whatever. We do our separate thing. We stretch together and then we did our separate thing. So I'm doing my separate thing, but in the midst of my separate thing, I start to notice my mind is continuously getting pulled to God. So now that my mind is getting pulled to God, I'm starting to pray, and I'm starting in my head though, not out loud as I run. I'm praying in my mind, and I'm leaning on His strength, and I'm asking Him for removal of hurts in my heart. And so now there's so many things that have been going on in my life that I've been praying about in the confinement of my dorm room, in the confinement of my comfort zone. So now that I'm out of my comfort zone, I'm praying for Him harder. It's dark out here, I'm a little fearful. It's dark. I'm running and I'm praying to God because that's all that keeps coming to my mind is God. So I'm praying and I'm praying, and by the time I got done with that run, I got really good. I thought, wow, I just did a whole prayer in this run. Huh? Okay. So the next night, I'm out there again with the crew, with the girl, and she had some friends and all that. We stretch and we get on and start doing our own separate thing. And when it came to doing that separate thing, is when I found out I'm not just here just to run. I'm not here just to lose some pounds. I'm not out here just for Morgan's sake, okay? Because when I began to run, all the words I would get, all the revelations, all the many sermons I was getting in my head just from running, just from my strides, just from my breathing, just from understanding that I was being conditioned in the Lord at that time. I'm conditioning you, my child. You are being conditioned in the Lord. And I see you naturally getting conditioned, but spiritually, I'm conditioning you right now. So right now, you're being disciplined naturally, but spiritually, I'm disciplining you right now. I'm getting all these words from God, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just running. I didn't know this was going to come from this. And it's an exciting feeling. But what I also understood is that, wow, what would have happened if I never showed up? What would have happened if you never showed up? If you never show up to that Bible, if you never show up to that prayer, if you never show up to that worship, then what are you missing out on? Because if I would have told her, no, that's not my thing, and I never would have showed up to that track, I still wouldn't be going 4 weeks later. Okay? So I would have missed out on all that revelation, on all that understanding from God if I would have never shown up. So I'm telling you today is I'm doing a prayer run, okay? You can do a prayer walk, a prayer crawl, a prayer jog, just a prayer, whatever, but you just have to show up, okay? That's the key to it. It's not that I'm going to run every night. No, there's nights I've shown up and I've never even ran. I've just prayed. But you got to understand, you just have to show up. So just show up to that Bible. Just show up to that prayer. You may go to the Bible thinking, I'm going to read 2 chapters tonight, but God may just give you one verse and say, I just needed you to show up. I just need you to get the revelation out of this one verse, my child. So just show up to it. That's all He needs us to do is show up. So now I understand and I comprehend. I just got to show up. I just got to show up. If He's telling me to go to church on Sunday, I just got to show up. And the word will be given if that's meant for me to be there. If He's telling me to get down on my knees and pray right now, then I just got to show up to that prayer. I just got to show up and God will do the rest. So when I get to that track, now that I'm 4 weeks in, when I get to that track, I'm not thinking, am I going to run 8 miles? Or am I going to run 8 laps? Excuse me, I can't run 8 miles. Am I going to run 8 laps? Am I going to run 2 laps? Am I going to run a mile? Am I going to run at all? No, I'm not thinking that no more. I'm just showing up and I'm letting God do what He needs me to do out there. He might say, girl, just get to jogging. And maybe 2 miles later, I'm like, dang, okay. Or he could just say, pray. Just go sit down somewhere by yourself. Pray. So you have to understand how God is. He does not think like we do. So although it may have looked like I was just getting pulled outside to run, but I got pulled outside to condition my faith, to discipline my faith, to be stronger in the Lord, to lean on Him and not myself, okay? So now that I understand that it's bigger than me, okay? It's bigger than that run. It's bigger than my physique, okay? It's bigger than that. So that's what I want to share with you guys, that this prayer run is an amazing thing, and I pray that you can start your own. You can start your own prayer walk, your prayer, anything, but just show up to what God is calling you to show up to. Because in that form of showing up, you're going to see the miracles that God is already doing in your life. You're going to get revelations out of things that you don't even know how you got a revelation out of. Okay? So, what I truly tell you is to show up. Just to show up and watch God work in your life. Whew, that's a really, it just feels a crazy feeling. So I'm on week 4 now, and I'm so excited that I've even made it this far. But in these 4 weeks, guys, 3 weeks going on week 4, I've got so much clarification, so much reassurance in the Lord, so much confirmation, so much understanding, so much peace in the Lord. That's because I didn't just show up to my prayer. I didn't just show up to my worship. I didn't just show up to the track. But I started to show up in every aspect. And that's how God will work on you. He will start working on something small, like I thought, just go to the track, whatever. And He'll allow it to exude over your whole life. I'm starting to show up to when I see that sin. I'm casting it down. When I see images in my mind that I know are not of God, casting them down. I'm starting to show up when my emotions are trying to take over me. And I'm about to do something out of His will. Cast that down. So you got to understand God will work on us if we are willing to show up. So I pray this word helps you in any type of way. And I pray that you just show up to God. Whatever He's calling you to do right now, this moment, just show up and He'll do the rest. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Bye.